time to rise and shine. I'm Shelby Barrett, the Stoned for the Stoned Roadie Show, and it's time to wake and bake with Craig Reed and Griff Martin.
When we get up in the morning, along with coffee, toast, and cake, if you're like the old Stoned Roadie, you like to wake and bake. Now let's join Craig Reed and Griff Martin as we head out on the road. So sit right back and buckle right in. It's a wake and bake morning show. It's a wake and bake morning show. It's a wake and bake morning show.
Wake and Bake, number 7. Podcast number 122, the Stoned Roadie Show. Action. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, and looky here. Sure do want to thank Daniel Barron for that opening song there for the new morning wake and bake song we got going on here. That's pretty cool, but yeah, what the hell we got going on here this morning, this cold Monday morning, and shaking the blues on the Stoned Roadie Show.
I don't think it's as cold this morning as it was yesterday morning, though. When I got up yesterday morning, it was cold, but this morning ain't too bad compared, I'd say. But, yeah, what's it like up there, Craig? You got some snow?
Oh, yeah, that snow's not too bad. It's about a couple, 2-3 inches of snow, I don't think, is all there is. It's not enough to plow, I don't think. I haven't been out for a couple of days, but it's about 14 degrees out. Yeah, it's kind of.
But you got that, looks like a warm robe on you got right there.
Oh, this here's one of my robes out of my collection. This is one from the double tree. It's got a couple of trees on it here under the lapels here somewhere. But
Craig was telling me that he found a whole trunk load full of robes, and he says he's got all those belts that go with the robes and everything. A lot of them came from Japan. And I was asking Craig, I said,
well, I found a suitcase full of Crown Royal bags. A whole suitcase full of Crown Royal bags. I don't know how many is in there. One time when I had Alan's hot rod, I was going to build me a car cover made out of Crown Royal bags, the purple bags. Never got around to it, though.
Yeah, that's the typical answer for the hoarder. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that one of these days. And then you'll see, like on American Pickers, right? And the guy will have a whole garage full of shit. And they'll say, hey, I want to buy this. And then, nah, I don't want to sell that, man. So why don't you want to sell it? Well, that's my favorite one. Well, what about this one? Oh, no, I don't want to sell that one either. Kind of missed that show, even though I heard it was fake. But, yeah, you said you had a whole bunch of robes, and then you were telling me about the belts that you got, and they came from Japan. And then I was asking you, how many times did you guys go over to Japan?
I think I was in Japan. Well, I went to Japan with both Foreigner and Journey. And then I was in Japan, God, I don't know how many times with Skynyrd, probably 6. So I've been over there like eight times, something like that.
Yeah. And then I asked you, how about the women over there? Was it like, were the women friendly over there? And tell me what you took. Tell them what you told me.
All I remember is when we would go into the hotel, they would be lined up along the hotel, and you would look at them, and they go, hee 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 hee. It was hilarious. Yeah.
And then when you went in the elevator,
yeah, you just kind of lift your arm, and they just kind of walk underneath of you. Yeah.
And then Craig said that he had one little Asian girlfriend or Japanese girlfriend over there, and she said, "Me no want baby."
Oh,
and
yeah. I was only
and I asked Craig, I said, "You might have you a little rice eye, little kid running around over there now,
I think that was the only English you knew. No have baby, no have baby.
But back to that snow, and that was an interesting story you told me the other night about when they called you Blaze Baby, and you
Oh,
were
John Coulter from Marshall Tucker called me, one of the roadies from Marshall Tucker. Yeah, and I rode in the truck with John, and there's like a sleeper in the truck, but right behind the driver's thing it was like a merchandise truck at one time, and there was a big room back there. There was this big safe back there, and there was a big bed. And heck, I'd sit back there and just get drunk, and back here in that room and watch TV and just hang out back there. And it was a bad snowstorm, and I was up front with John, kind of, keeping him awake, and we was in traffic, and the traffic wasn't moving, and John was kind of tired, and he didn't let me drive it, and he hadn't really let me drive a lot, I don't know, he was one of them guys that just didn't trust anybody driving, so I said, man, John, we're not moving. Let me go over there and, get us up through here till the snowplows get us through, And he said, okay. So the snowplows, went through, and the snowplow went up and got off at the exit, and we were late, man. And I just said, I don't need no snowplow, and I just blasted through. John was saying something about we were on Route 6 or something, and the only thing I remember was there was no road there. I mean, it had been closed for a while, and I don't know, snow was at least, I don't know, 14, 16, 18, at least, yeah, it was at least 18 inches deep, 2 feet probably, maybe, but it isn't that big, tall truck. It was full of gear, and man, I hit that snow, and I couldn't, there was no road. I couldn't see the road, but I could see where the road was, the markers on the side. That's all I could really see. And I hit that snow and went through there, and I was the first vehicle in the front, and I looked in my rear view mirror, and I could see cars behind me trying to follow me, and they were going every which way, I had to, it would bog the truck down and all that heavy snow, and I was hitting third gear and second gear, and it was, yeah, we had to keep going, and it was like that for a long ways, and the traffic on the other side were going, we ain't seen no traffic coming from your way in a long way. So we finally got to the destination, and everybody was asking John what route he took, and John said, we took Route 6. And they goes, no, you didn't. It was closed. He goes, no, man. Blaze just barreled right through there, man.
But that's not how you got named Blaze, is it?
No. Greg Raleigh from Journey. Yeah, he nicknamed me Blaze, and then Steve Perry said Blaze Baby. So then a lot of people started calling me Blaze for a long time. Yeah.
Well, we could start calling you Blaze on here. Greg, don't you have a birthday coming up? Groundhog Day?
Groundhog Day, February 2nd, Groundhog Day.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit. Might have to get Kathy to plan something, a birthday bash for the Stoned Roadie or something.
Well, we're doing a morning show. Friday morning, yeah, we're doing a morning show probably, and maybe I'll get up and see if I can't. I don't know. 6 o'clock in the morning. It's before the sun comes up. I'll have to wait to get up to see if see my shadow, I guess.
Y'all send Craig a birthday card to that Craig Reed P.O. box, and then put something in there funny.
And then me and Kathy Godsey are doing a Saturday night special. I think she's got a hold of that guy that was Bob Burns' good friend. That's got some good stories he wants to tell too.
Oh, that's cool.
Bob, yeah, he's got some good stories about Bob. Yeah, Bob was a funny character. Yeah.
Speaking of which, Gene Odom Gene Odom's coming over to my house Thursday, and I saw a video. I don't know if you saw that video or not, Craig. That Gene was probably that thing's probably 35, almost 40 years old, probably. And Gene, somebody's asking him to describe each one of the band members. And I've been seeing that thing pop up. Some of you guys listening might have seen it. And oh my God, that's a hilarious. I mean, Gene don't hold back. He goes he goes through every one of those band members, and oh yeah, Gary was a drug addict and he did this and he did that, and Bob Burns was this, and Billy was a drinker, and oh my God. It was so I was thinking what I would do is is that when I get him over here, I'll do it again, and then we'll see if it matches up from what he said 40 years ago to now. And I'll record him. So you guys, if I can get Gene to do that, I'll ask him, every band member, I'll ask him, hey, what is your summary of this, of like Gary or Alan, or go through the whole band. That'll be pretty, and I'll throw Craig in there too. I'll say, how about Craig Reed?
Oh, he'll say, I know he'll say he's a pothead.
Well, every time we go to an event, and Craig gets up there and he starts talking, Gene will come up. Excuse me, this is what 50 years of drug abuse will do for you.
It's true.
Every time.
No, it's absolutely the truth. He speaks the truth, Yeah.
Oh, you already had brain damage, though.
Yeah, that's what I say. I have brain damage, I'm aware of it. Doctor told me you're going to have brain damage.
Well, I think that's pretty cool, though, that video of Gene's. I want to go ahead and work on that. So I sent that microphone off. So Teresa, you'll be getting that microphone pretty soon. Hopefully, if the U.S. mail don't lose it. Because I've had a little bit of hard luck with that mail, but I had a card come up missing. Guy said he sent a card with $10 in it. I never got it, and then Laurie Shoemaker sent a card. It took 3 weeks to get here. Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's a mail, and then UPS is way more expensive. So you gotta when you're on a budget, on the Stone Roadie budget, you gotta be as cheap as you can. So, and then file an insurance with the USPS. You don't even want to go down that rabbit hole. They try their hardest for you not to do it. They're thinking, oh, they'll give up, but I didn't give up. They had to pay me $200 on like about a $20 item, so I made out on that. But I lost a few more hairs off my head on that one, though. But hey, Craig, let's talk about that Lacy Book. What's going on?
Oh God, yeah, that sucks, man. Yeah, that's last night. It sold for $610. Of course, it cost the guy like $667 to buy it with the tax and everything. And then, the day after I listed it, somebody offered me $1,000 for that book. And I had to turn them down because people get mad because if I had took it off of eBay, they said, man, why'd you take that? I wanted to bid off that. I wanted that book, and I'm thinking, nobody's going to bid $1,000 on that book, but I didn't have any choice but to turn down the $1,000 because people would have complained if I'd,
Seems like they want to make an offer once it goes up on eBay, but when we put it up on the screen here, like I got those Rossington Collins stage passes that we're going to be putting up for auction, and you guys want that. Hit Craig up on that, man, before he puts it on eBay, because what do you think that'll go for, Craig? The Allen or the Rossington Collins backstage. You said you got
I haven't looked this morning yet. I haven't looked to see what
No, I mean, no. What did they go for the last time that you sold one?
I never sold any that were signed. I just have
Oh, okay, cool.
some of
Yeah, this
the
got
backstage shows. But and
Barry
then
Lee
I've
Harwood.
never sold I've never had a CD that was signed by Derek and Barry that was signed by Ross and Collins, and I've never had a, a pass that was sold by Derek and Barry that was signed for sale, you know.
But yeah, back to that book though. When Brian Bodkin saw that that we had that book up for auction, which is I've got it right here. And he heard about the Craig's $1,000 thing that the guy wanted to buy for $1,000, and he said, "Man, I got one of those books signed by Lacy. I'll just donate it." So that guy that wanted to buy it, and he can buy this other one that we got coming. Uh, so we got Lacy books. We got two Lacy books here, and we got some more. Another guy that I'm talking to now, and you guys are going to hear him um, on the road with Griff Martin is got something cool to donate. I don't want to mention it yet because you never know what can happen. Because sometimes when I mention we want to do something, and it never happens.
Well, that coin, I said that I was gonna sell one of those coins on eBay, those silver dollar coins, and I got the idea to put people's names on the back of them, and then make that one of the what I used to draw out of the bucket, So yeah, so then we decided we might give away another one of those coins, but just to let you know, that coin last night sold for $300 on eBay. So
Yeah, so there you go, Teresa. You might not want to give that to Shelby. Teresa say you
because
can have
they're only worth $1,
Teresa will say, Shelby, you can have the microphone, but I'm going to keep the coin. Shelby, I'm sorry if I gave her any ideas. Yeah, that guy who wrote that song for us, I'm going to try to get that at the beginning of this podcast. So if you guys see it on here, it's in my mail, and I got to see if it's a file that's compatible with my software for editing, and I'm sure it will be. So you probably see it on here.
Well, that's the one that I was singing last week that I said I stole the melody for. That he called me and was saying, oh, and talk about people that call you. Had a guy call me the other day and thank me for doing a morning show because he said he listens to it in the morning. So hey Jamie, we're doing a morning show today, and said he was from Jacksonville, and he also said wanted to thank me for losing 60 pounds. He said he's been kind of listening to me and went, I could lose a little bit of weight. He said, I really never thought about it. He just said, but after I was listening to you, he went, wow, I have gained a lot of weight lately, and I really don't need to have. So he said he went on a diet, just stopped eating bread and pasta and filler stuff like that. And he said, he lost 60 pounds. He just wanted to thank me for making him aware of it, and he feels a lot better, But
some of you people.
He also said that he saw me he called me after he saw the picture of me sitting on the porch swing.
Oh yeah.
He said, I know. He said, I was at the store down by Plymouth, and that's where Alan used to live. And he said, I know that was Alan. And he said that, I saw him, and Alan started talking to him. He said he was real friendly. And then he said some guy come around the corner, and he said, I know that was you, and you had a 12-pack under your arm. He said, come on, Alan, we got to go. He said, I know that was you, though. Yeah, but yeah, he says. says he listens to the morning show now instead of this other thing that he was listening to. And yeah, he said his dad was in the Drivers Hall of Fame, and he said that Alan and Ronnie and them used to watch his dad race at the racetrack there, where then his dad raced there. Yeah, but
Yeah, Gene said there was a racetrack right there on the west side, right by their house, and Gene and Ronnie would go where the wall is. I guess there was a wall, and you had to pay to get in, and they would climb the tree outside that
climb the
wall
tree, yeah,
and
yeah.
sit up in the
Sit
tree
in
and
the
watch
tree.
the races. Yeah, Gene said they did that. That's what they did a lot. But that's pretty cool. You people though that wondering about Craig with this weight loss thing, Craig, he's on this mission to end the world of obesity, and so that a lot of these people, the reason they've lost weight is because they're friends with Craig on Facebook, and either you can join Jenny Craig or you can go on to the Craig Reed fat shaming diet on Facebook, where you go on there and he just blasts your ass all day with fat shit.
I get a lot of people that tell me, thanks for making them, just making them aware that they could, lose some weight, and they do, and they thank me for it. There's a lot of people out there that do.
Well, that little thing that is when you open your refrigerator door, it sounds like a cow moo.
Oh, there's a lot of people tell me when they'll reach down to pick something up to eat it, and they'll hear my name going, "Don't eat that, you fat son of a bitch!" And they just laugh, and they say they don't eat it, and they think of me as it's funny. It's kind of really funny.
But the thing about it is though, is if you meet Craig and you've got your fat wife or whatever with you, he's not going to say anything to him. He's going to wait till you leave, and that's when he's going to say it.
Well,
And
I lost 80 pounds, man. I was always pretty healthy and in good shape, and then all of a sudden I was an alcoholic, and I just kind of lost my mind for a couple years and gained 80 pounds, and then I just, woke up one day and just in 10 months I lost 80 pounds, and it's shocking, and it's happening, and I'm just
Well, yeah, I mean, it
feel a lot better, I don't know.
well, just like you said, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. Now that's a Craigism right there. Nothing tastes.
I hated the way my clothes felt when nothing fits. It just everything kind of just.
One time you put on there on the Facebook, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels, and this lady got on there. No, I like the taste, and I like being big. I like tasting.
Oh, nobody likes being fat. I don't care.
Well, if you had a magic wand and you waved it, or you had a one wish, and you could wish to be thin, would you wish for something else?
Weight loss is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Multi-billion.
Yeah, you could be like the new Richard Simmons.
Watch commercials on TV. That's all there is about. Eat this pill and lose 10 pounds. That's it ain't gonna happen.
Well, the way they bombard you on TV on the commercials, every time you turn around, there's a hamburger or a Dorito or something, and just they're probably putting subliminal messages in the movies, even, They must be. They must be doing something like that, because there are a lot of fat people running around that didn't used to be.
Well, those artificial sweeteners are supposed to be addicting, and they're supposed to be worse on you than sugar, and they're supposed to, cause weight gain. I don't know. I don't.
Well, it's just like the Diet Coke. I read somewhere where the Diet Coke makes you retain some cell or something that makes you retain weight, so it's worse for you than drinking a regular Coke even.
Well, I've heard a pack of McDonald's French fries is worse than smoking a pack of cigarettes. I don't know how that is, but that's what they're saying
Oh, it's
now.
because it's a certain potato and it can't have any knots in it, and they spray it with some chemical to keep the bug from burrowing in the potato and making the bruise. And so, yeah, it's a really nasty chemical that they put on there. I don't eat anything at McDonald's anymore. It's just,
All these people feeding their kids all this crap just
yeah,
because
that's,
it's convenient, man. You're feeding your kids all this crap just because it's convenient. I can't believe it. People that eat that crap,
oh
but
yeah,
they do.
they're still lined up.
You
You
ever see
can't
a
get,
milkshake after you leave it sit for a couple of days? It looks nothing like milk.
yeah, it's no telling what they're putting in them, and then you see like on some of these TikToks, they take the screen off the end of the dispenser for the ice cream, and there's a bunch of maggots crawling around in there and
Oh
stuff.
God.
So yeah, you don't want to watch, you don't want to look any of that TikTok stuff and go to a restaurant. You'll never go to another restaurant again. Well, that's about it, Craig. All I got here. You got anything else you want to talk about?
No, no, I don't think so.
Yeah,
Don't
so
believe I do. Nope.
we'll we'll keep putting stuff up for auction. You guys got anything you want to donate? That would be cool. Or we'll put up for auction. We'll certainly mention you, and then any donations that we can disperse throughout the plane crash survivors. That would be cool. Other than that, we just keep getting on here and jibber jab and talk about old
Yeah, I
stories
hadn't
about
been to
Skinner.
the post office all weekend, so I don't know if there's any new mail that's come in, but like I said, we got a few cards after we had got the drawing was over, but I've already got them written down and they're already going to be entered in the new drawing, but we don't want to know what we're going to give away yet. I'll fool around with something and give it away around here or something.
I got another microphone here if you want to give it away.
I get, yeah, no, we already said we're gonna give away a coin. Maybe I'll just give away a coin, or maybe I'll give a
Or you
sticker.
said it, or you got a robe. You got plenty of robes, and then
Yeah, yeah. That dang thing that she mailing one of these out, it costs you $30 to mail. These damn heavy. Maybe I'll
maybe
give away one of those kimonos. They're a little thinner.
maybe you can find that big
This
bag
thing's like
laundry.
big old. This thing's like a big old blanket, man.
Maybe you can find that big bag of laundry keys and then put a few keys in a Crown Royal bag and give that away.
I swear this thing I'm wearing weighs about 20 pounds. I swear it
It
does.
looks pretty warm. Yeah.
Oh my God, this is a nice one.
Let me see the emblem. Where did it come from? You said
Oh,
it's got two trees
it's
on it, double tree.
double tree. Yeah, it's got two. Yeah, it's got a leaf on it, so that's double
Uh,
tree. Yeah.
Yeah, so every day Craig's got a new robe on that he basically commandeered at all the hotels that he stayed out traveling with Lynyrd Skynyrd. So he says he's got enough robes to do 2 more years of
Oh,
podcasts
I could do 2 years of podcast easy. Yeah.
and Crown Royal bags too.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
no
I saved
telling what's laying around.
all those Crown Royal bags come from the dressing rooms, and most all of them are gallon bags, and I was going to make a car cover out of them. I was going to make a motorcycle cover and a car cover. I never made anything.
You ever
Um,
seen that done before or something? Where'd you get that
oh
idea?
yeah, yeah. People do that, make car covers and motorcycle covers for them.
Hey,
Yeah,
you could make a quilt for your bed.
yeah.
Crown Royal quilt. Will you have enough of them to make a king size
Oh,
quilt?
oh my God, yeah. I got enough to make a car cover. My God, it'd take two king size pillows to make a car cover. Car covers are like 28 feet long.
Yeah, well, hell, I wouldn't want to go through all that work to put it on a car. I'd rather make a quilt out of it or something, or a coat. Any seamstress out there make Craig a coat out of the Crown Royal bags? That would be cool. All right, Craig, let's wrap it up, man.
All righty then. All right. Yeah, episode number 7 of Wake and Bake Morning Show, and 122 in the Stone Roadie Show. And happy trails to you until we meet again. See you later, alligator, and may the good Lord take a liking to you. And we're out of here.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep token until then.